All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Beyond the Pages. This is episode 2. I am super excited about this episode. Our February issue has just dropped, and if you have seen it in your mailboxes, it was a super fun one. We did inking deals. So we have a bunch of colorful agents here today. Super excited to literally very colorful. No, the idea behind Beyond the Pages is we just want to get together with the agents that we have featured in the magazine. You're all real people. You're all way more than just what you do. And at Sacramento Real Producers, we love to create opportunities for that professional to intersect with the personal and get everybody connected. So thank you guys for being here. This morning, we have Eric Lamb over here with Portfolio Real Estate. We have our preferred partner, Leo Whitton with Empire Home Loans. Super excited to have you. We have AJ and Candace Samrai with Guide. Super excited to have you guys on. And then, of course, our cover model for the month of February.
Nerd alert.
You all saw it, an iconic cover. I think the one that's gotten the most attention so far in the 6 years we've done this. It's been pretty fun. So thanks for having fun with us. We have Mr. Aaron Ralls over here with EXP. So thanks everybody for joining us. I want to get into it. Obviously, we're going to have to talk about your tattoos because I want to know the stories behind them. I think it's fun that there is this blend between professional and just obviously the casual nature of tattoos. I know, Eric, you and I talked about it in our initial interview, especially you being young, some of the challenges that can, what people might perceive because of that. Obviously, Aaron, in his tenure and having done this for a long time, doesn't have any issues with that and just embraces them. So I'm excited to hear all of you guys' perspectives on that. But can we just go around and can you guys share with me just a little bit of who you are, where you come from? We'll start over here with Aaron, but feel free to jump on in and tell us who you are.
Sacramento native since I was born. I'm 51 years old now. Married going on 27 years to my high school sweetheart, 3 kids. 19, 22, and 25.
I love the adult children.
Real estate for about 10 years.
Awesome. All right, go ahead, AJ and Candace.
AJ Samrai, with my partner Candace. Super lovely girl dad, I should say. I love being my girl dad. And what should I say about myself? I'm from London, and we sell in Greater Sacramento in the luxury real estate market.
Yeah, I was born and raised here, so that's what brought us back.
Yeah.
But we both met in Southern California. I've been in real estate for nearly 10 years now, and it was all started in Southern California, Orange County, LA area. Yeah. We came back here a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Over here to you, Eric.
Yeah, Eric with Portfolio Real Estate, born and raised here in Sacramento, 27 years old, going on my 8th year in real estate now.
Amazing.
I do a lot of house flipping as well. I have 2 dogs and a partner that's also in real estate. So, yeah, just living the life.
Nice. Love it. Thanks
Awesome.
for being here.
Leo Whitton with Empire Home Loans. I've been in this area. I actually grew up in Roseville, went to high school here. I'm 58 years old. I have 2 kids. They're 29 and 26.
Nice.
Just became a grandpa, so I'm super excited about
Congratulations.
that. And it's funny, one of the things that I always tell people is, my kids are off payroll. There's nothing I pay for anymore. And then my youngest son reminded me the other day, he's got a AAA card that I still pay for. So I still have one item, but otherwise they're great kids.
Oh, that's awesome. So we've got 2 adult children, dads over here. We got brand new baby girls, parents over here. And then we got a dog dad.
Yeah.
What type of dogs do you have?
I have a German Shepherd and a Corgi.
That's
it's a
fun.
crazy mix, I know.
Yeah, that is. I love that.
The big and the little guy.
That's awesome. Yeah, kicking the adult children off. We just got our oldest, our 21-year-old, just kicked her off the Apple ID, and she was devastated.
Yeah, that happens.
Oh.
Yeah, it's we're like, hey, we have 5 children, and you can only have 6 IDs on the plan. Yeah. And so our 13-year-old was finally, it was his turn to get to be, have a phone plan. So that means we had to kick the oldest off. It just happens, we had too many children.
What
can you say?
I love that. That's awesome.
That's funny. Okay, well, let's talk tattoos. We got to get it out there. We have some beautiful photography of you guys' tattoos, but I'm curious your stories. I know Aaron and AJ, you guys both have angel wings. Mm-hmm. Tell me, where did the tattoos start? When did you get your first one?
You want to kick it off?
I
You
was
go for it. Yeah.
16.
16.
Much
What?
to my mother's dismay. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you even do that? I thought you had to be 18.
Well, my buddy did it. And
I was going to say,
We're not
legit
seeing that
maybe,
one.
but yeah.
It's almost disappeared. But from a young age, I just always kind of pictured myself being covered in tattoos. So as I got older and had the money, I just started doing it.
I love it.
Mom still hates it to this day. If I get something tattooed on me, she's not happy. Yeah.
Well, and for you, real estate came later. So obviously you were
Real
already who
estate
you
was
were.
careers later.
Yeah. Tell us about your path to real estate.
I was law enforcement, retired now, but I was a sergeant with the Department of Corrections. Did 11 years, 3 different prisons. Then I owned and operated Lucky's Barbershop for over 10 years. Sold that off about 4 years ago. And that's where I built my all my connections for real estate. Just cutting hair, like we talked about a little bit earlier, standing in the same place 10 hours a day, getting to know all these people. We'd have 2 or 3 hour waits in the barbershop. And I just came home one day, told my wife, I'm going to get my real estate license. So I was trying to find something that could leverage the amount of connections that I made.
Yeah.
And then from getting my real estate license in that environment, everything just started kind of flowing after that. So the tattoos didn't really matter because all my business, for the most part, is from my referrals.
People who knew you in your real life trusted you.
So they already know that I drive lowriders, ride Harleys. Like I'm already, so I attract a lot of those type of people also. So, I'm just a hardworking guy.
I got to say, that is what I love about real estate that I have learned over the 6 years of interviewing you guys is there is no one brand or model for real estate because there's no one brand or model of person who's going to buy a home. Yeah. So everybody needs somebody that they feel safe with, that they connect to, that they feel like is like them. Mm-hmm. So you can be high luxury, you can be tatted up, you can be, a country person raising cows, and you're gonna connect with the homeowners that you're selling with. So I love that because there is room to be completely
yourself. So that's why we started the business. Is yes, we do luxury, and I'm heavy tatted up. I've got full sleeve and a chest piece, but it's a value system. I was saying this to Aaron as well. We know of each other's. We can work with all walks of life as long as we have the same value system. That's going to be crucial for our business. Mm-hmm. So, we can sell $400,000 houses all the way to $4 million plus. But as long as that human being understands us and knows our own currency and we can kind of align with each other, that's the whole point. That's why I love real estate. So going back to your earlier question, I got my first tattoo at 11 years old.
11.
That's wild, isn't it? I know. And
I'm sorry, as a mom of 5, no shot.
I shouldn't even say that. But it was, so I'm going to revert back. It was actually a henna tattoo that actually poisoned me and it scarred my whole arm. And I was on holiday in Portugal. Yeah. So that was my first unauthentic tattoo, and then it wasn't meant to be permanent, but it did.
Yeah, say more about that. I'm sorry. We're gonna land there for a minute. How did your parents react? What?
Oh, it was meant to be like a fun holiday, you know, like those henna tattoos
that disappear after.
Right, but it got into my bloodstream, and then apparently, I'm the one in whatever, and it permanently scarred me.
Did it make you sick or anything? Or
I was
just
the coolest, baddest kid at school. Everyone was like, "Damn, he's got like a dragon tattoo," and I was like, "I had these skinny little arms," and I was just, it was funny. So
it stayed perfectly intact, like you could tell what it was.
We went through dermatology and all that stuff. By the time I was 16, when I got my first tattoo as well, I had the samurai symbol.
Okay.
Again, your first tattoo, you don't really think about it. My last name's Samrai. I played on the word samurai and got that tattoo there. So
okay, and no post-traumatic stress that kept you from getting more.
Yeah, that one was meant to be there. So.
Okay, and his mom's the same. She doesn't love it.
She calls me the Undertaker from wrestling because we grew up that way. So nice little hidden joke there.
I love that. And Candace, did you have your tattoos prior to meeting AJ or after?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have one on my neck and the one on my wrist. I have really small ones, so they're all kind of hidden.
Yeah.
But I did at one point want kind of a full sleeve, but then I fell into real estate and I kind of paused and I was like, I'm just going to keep kind of little tiny hidden ones. And then later on now, I'm kind of glad I stopped there. But yeah, I mean,
you can be strategic with what you wear to be able to cover.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I get that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Eric.
So that was one of my struggles when I got into real estate because I got my first tattoo, I think, at 18. And I got licensed when I was 19 years old. So super young. I'm driving like a slammed BMW. So I already have that kind of look to me. So with tattoos, I just felt like, you know, people, they're definitely a little bit more hesitant, especially when I'm so young. So that was my biggest like hurdle I had to get over. I'm always fully clothed, like button up, long sleeves, at least for the first interaction. And then like you said, once you realize that, okay, these people have the same values, they don't care what you look like or who you are really in that sense, then that's when I can kind of start undressing and wearing like t-shirts and whatnot. But yeah, I was
hey, I know you get your deals, but there's no need to reveal it.
Yeah, but I was wearing like long shirts, like even in the summer times, just to that first impression. I really wanted to protect like my identity in that sense. But now I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I think,
it's interesting. It is all about trust. And I think people have, until they have some opportunity to have seen who you really are and trust you, we just as humans, we do judge, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
So that I can see how that would be a struggle, and you are really young, which is also phenomenal that you've been in real estate as long as you have and are as young as you are. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. I mean, I went to UC Davis for a year right after high school, and I was just like, this isn't for me. You know, I was always like a hustler when I was young. I was selling like snacks out of my duffel bag. I was reselling Jordans. So like my mom would take me in her minivan when I was like 13 years old. I'm meeting these like 30, 40-year-old guys and like making $30 profit on these shoes. But yeah, so I've always just been like selling stuff. So real estate was a pretty easy transition in that sense. It's just on a bigger scale.
Okay, we are definitely coming back to that because I have driven my son to random parking lots to sell his shoes to random 30-year-olds. So we will talk about that. But I want to get over here to Leo.
I think I'm the only one in the magazine without tattoos.
Yeah, well, and me, you and I were the clean slates.
Well,
so
not
far.
today. We're going to get tattoos today.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. That's what we're doing at the end of the episode. Leo and I get our first tattoos.
Yeah, as I grew up, my dad had tattoos. My brothers did. I just never did it. I don't know why I didn't. I wanted some meaning behind it if I did. And then life just happened, and I just never went back and did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell me a little bit about your journey into loans. I know it was an unexpected one.
Yeah, no, I grew up here when I graduated from high school, and I started, I was that young entrepreneurial spirit as a kid, and was always doing side hustles. I was mowing yards, raking leaves, building fences, doing all of that. You mentioned selling shoes. I mean, my big thing was the classifieds back in the day in the Sacramento Bee. Finding deals and then flipping them. Yeah. And I loved doing that. And then I would go to school, and after like a year and a half of school, I was on academic probation because I just kept dropping classes.
Gotcha.
Quit my day job and then became a bartender. And that was the biggest thing for me. I loved it, but loved being a bartender. And that transitioned me into being a loan officer. Did that for about 5 years. And kind of like you, Aaron, I had the clientele in the bar, and they knew, and my hair was longer than yours. That's what I looked like back then. I need to see
that picture.
I had earrings, and I was, I loved it. And as I transitioned, I was transferring to Humboldt State. I went back to school, got my associate's degree, and I was transferring to Humboldt State, and my paperwork was delayed. I didn't process it in time. Got into loans that semester, and did loans and bartended. And I'm like, this is what I want to do. I don't need to go back to school. And I did that for a couple of years. And I bartended. And then it just got to the point where I needed to quit bartending and focus on loans and transition to it. And just never looked back.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love that. Isn't that interesting? I feel like the connection of entrepreneurship, so many people in this industry, you can look back and see even from a super young age that hustle of just I want to create, I want to take things into my own hands and figure out how to make money. I loved reading your story about that and yours, just going out and doing that. And then there's also the networking relational piece, the barbershop, the bartender, feeling like if you have that skill set to just be able to talk to people and build trust that way, and you enjoy that, it's just organically coming from you. But not everybody's like that. Like not everybody enjoys that. So it is something that I find is like a connecting common thread in this industry.
You've interviewed a lot. So is that in terms of attributes, you say, that's the main thing of being someone who can connect people and being an intermediary?
Just enjoying people, like genuinely enjoying people. You can tell when it's fake.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
tell when it's not
Yeah.
truly who they are. And I think you can like look back for those people that it's just like intrinsically in them. The hustle and the enjoyment of people, talking to people comes naturally. That's just kind of like a thread through their whole life. And often I hear like school wasn't their big fit. They didn't love it. So
I was the worst student as well. I
Really?
have to say, yeah. Like the reason
You
why
and
I
I
got
are probably neck and
tattoos,
neck.
yeah, I know we would have been buddies, but the reason why I got tattoos is because the footballers or the soccer players, I should say, had all the tattoos, and I was like, oh, I want to be a soccer player, but I didn't realize I didn't have the skill set to be a soccer player, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of led me down the wrong way. But like I said, I always had a paper round at 11, so I knew I had that entrepreneurial like, and then my neighbor, I hired him and then he would do it with me, etc. So I always just wanted money.
Yeah.
And then when I got into work, I realized, well, W-2 is the biggest drug ever in terms of, you're waiting for your paycheck. With real estate, there's no ceiling.
Yeah.
Right? It's like I
That's
work
what I
hard.
Yeah.
I can make as much money as I need to. And it's not just
Absolutely.
about the money. I think it's about the autonomy. That's the key for me, right? And then having, the balance of that.
That's exactly why I got into it too. So I was actually in the fitness industry for a long time before
Okay.
real estate. So I went to New York on a whim because I got it in at the Manhattan, the Reebok Sports of LA, which is now owned by Equinox.
Okay.
And it's right by Columbus Circle. And I was only like 19, and I told my mom, I'm moving to New York. She's like, what? I was like, I'm going to sell my car. I'm going to New York. And she's like, what? I was like, yeah, I'm going to get a job there. So I went, and I got hired not only at that job, but like 2 others that were competing gyms that I loved. And I, from there, transferred to the Equinox in Huntington Beach and met a title officer who was like, you're a personality. Have you considered real estate? He's like, all the top girls in this athletic center, they're real estate agents. You know that, right? And I just kind of like,
You were made
Yeah,
to be
the
a
wheels
real
are
estate
turning.
agent.
actually, if she hears this, because she probably will, she still follows me, but we talk all the time. But one of the first open houses I went to, she was holding an open, I remember, in a private gated community in Huntington Harbor. And I went in, and she was so fun, and I was listening to her talk to other people, and I was sitting there, like beachfront location, just like, how do I do this?
yeah,
And
here, I'll show me the path.
she was my
Jodie
first,
Clegg,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And then I was
I
with
thought I
her.
should out Jodie. She didn't mention it. She's like, she. I'm like, Jodie, you.
I think so much of it is that like being exposed to or introduced to the idea of like, I can build my own path. I can do these things. And I love that all of you have stories of super young learning how to just go out and make money. Like as a mom of 5 now, it's something that I am really trying to at a young age show my kids, like, if you want something, there is money out there to be made. You can figure out.
We live
a
in
way.
Amazon now. Like literally, we press a button. There's like food delivered the next day. It's like, how do you challenge that?
Right. Well,
now,
and I think
right?
so many kids think like, well, I don't know how to get money.
Right.
And I remember I have similar, like, I think I was in 3rd, 4th grade, and some of my friends and I, we started like a stamp selling business at recess where we drew pictures on an eraser and stamped it onto people's hands and charged them 25 cents. You know,
That's
like there are
genius.
ways
Yeah.
to.
Good job, yeah.
And you were telling me you sold snacks out of the back of your car?
Yeah, no, it was in high school. It was in high school.
Backpack.
Yeah, so I would bring a duffel bag because
Yeah.
the snack bar at school is only open during like lunch or breakfast time.
Right.
So in between class periods, people would want like a bag of hot Cheetos or like some Skittles. So I'd go to Costco, get like a 30-pack of Skittles for 30 or
super
like
smart.
$10, and then I'm
Exactly.
selling for $1 each. I'm making, $20 profit per box. So I was doing that for about 2 years, and then like they started cracking down on it, and like
I was arrested.
they started watching me. So I'm like, all right, I gotta lay low. And I stopped.
What's that
Yeah.
little storefront that they have? Like the Beaver Bucks, they're like competing with that. They're like, listen.
Exactly. So I was like, all right, you guys win. I'll stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I did that.
But it's such a powerful skill for like the youth to.
And we probably had parents that didn't just give you an allowance.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
My dad
100%.
didn't give me money.
Right.
Yeah.
We had to earn it. So
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, and it's good because once I feel like there's something in your brain that unlocks when you realize you can do that, then the sky's the limit. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, I can generate money from just finding a need and filling it. So
I love that.
I love that from like early
Has
on.
anyone read the book Growth Mindset by Carol Dweck? It's about the progression versus the outcome of like training kids, like not to reward the, oh, you did that. It's versus like, look how hard you worked towards that.
Right,
And I think
right.
that mindset is something we try to, I mean, we're trying our best with a 4-year-old. It's crazy. But
At 4, she hasn't nailed it.
Yeah. I know, I'm trying.
Yeah, no, that's good.
But for that progress, and that goes back, I'm trying to bring it back to real estate. We don't focus on the outcome. I've said this a lot in our content right now, is like, if you fixate on expectations, you don't enjoy the progress. So our value systems, as we mentioned, we have standards. That's all we stick to. And that's in life, like with my gym, with everything we do as our relationships and the business, is that we enjoy the process. Like, yeah, we're doing great. And yes, it's great to have the success, but if you're not enjoying the journey, you're not going to want to have a Monday, right? Like I haven't, since I've left tech, like VC recruitment, I literally walk up to you. I'm like, I don't like dread Mondays. I absolutely love what we do.
Yeah.
It's nice
day.
when every day of the week feels the same.
Oh, it's amazing.
I'm excited to start my day.
I'm like, wow, this is the best, not even job, this is the best career I've ever had.
Yeah. My wife is also a full-time real estate agent. She worked for the state for 20 years. And, you know, she'd have to get up. Her alarm would go off at 4:45, get ready, drive downtown.
Yep.
And she'd see me, you know, I might be golfing. I don't even like golf, but I might be golfing with people, or I'm at a happy hour. She's like, you just bullshitting all day. I'm at work. I'm like, if you're not happy, like life could be over in a month, 6 months.
Yeah.
Quit your job.
Yeah.
Come with me. We'll make it work. She thought I was crazy. Finally, after about a year, she resigned.
Oh,
And everybody had heard, nobody leaves a state job, you know, especially when you got that much time.
Right.
They thought she was nuts.
Yeah.
So that's.
Oh, you made your wife. I thought she was a realtor. Apologies on that. I thought,
No.
oh, awesome.
I talked her into it. I
Yeah.
said, babe, if you're not happy going to work, like I said, I'm excited to start my day.
Yeah.
Like I woke up at 4:45 this morning, excited to start my day.
Yeah.
I almost can't sleep anymore because I love creating and figuring things out. And so I convinced her to quit. And
That's one thing I got to say. This guy could be in a room and he's already got like 2 deals going on in the room. Like we had the same TC he actually recommended, and we were speaking about this guy. And I'm not just trying to big it, but he networks like a master. And something I've noticed is some people don't need to be energized around people, but as long as you can understand and listen to information, I call it bumblebee extraction. We take the pollen, like, you know, take the pollen and you plant the flowers. And that's how I connected in like my headhunting. I made sure I understood where the data points were and connect them.
Yeah.
Something you're good at.
That's it was a learned thing from the barbershop. I was real good because we'd have 2-3 hour waits every day for haircuts. I mean, you obviously get haircut probably every other week at minimum, right?
Once a week.
You know, once a
try
week.
to.
Yeah.
So my
Wow.
barbershop, we'd have 2-3 hour waits, 8 barber chairs, and the whole time I'd be, you know, connecting people. Oh, AJ,
Right.
Leo's the Rolex hookup.
Yeah.
Any luxury watches.
Yeah.
This is the guy. Candace, you need wheels. You know, Eric, whatever it is. I'm always connecting people, and I was always the guy that, you know, if let's say real estate. Even though you can't give referral fees to someone that's not a licensed realtor, I'd have people going, dude, I'm going to hook you up for sending me Leo or this. And I go, no. If you can afford to hook me up, give Leo that much better of a deal. So I just built a genuine, people knew I wasn't in it for me.
Yeah.
I was in it to help everybody that was already coming to support my barbershop. So that I think that went a long way.
So
Because
you're
I would
giving
always-
something before you take it. That's like
I
the
wouldn't take
biggest
it.
thing.
I'd say no.
Right.
I'd say hook him up even better. So
Right.
I would always. My dad told me this when I was a kid, and it pissed me off because we'd have dirt bikes and stuff.
Yeah.
And he'd go, get them out of the garage, sell this, do that. And even though he didn't use the garage, and he'd always say, lose $1, make a friend, get rid of it. So I've always been like, lose $1, make a
That's
friend. So I've
funny.
always lost $1, make a friend. Everything I do is big play down the road money.
That is an absolute
awesome.
beautiful phrase. Lose $1, make a friend.
Yeah.
There's my point for the day. That's
I
what I
like
take
that
home.
That's my next
For the
Instagram
day.
caption.
Yeah.
I think that's hugely important, and I do think that a lot of people don't think about networking that way. They come in, they think that they are there to provide value, but it's a smokescreen for
What's in it
can
for
I get. And so much of what you guys just said is just listening, genuinely listening to the people around you, taking an interest in what they need,
Exactly.
and figuring out how you can help, and how somebody else that you know can help. And I love the beehive concept too.
Yeah.
That's
I like
really
that
good.
too.
Yeah. You can use it on your listing appointments, no problem.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to say is that with Candace, she's such a perfectionist, and it made me get better because I came from recruiting where like, you know, you're trying to make things happen a lot, but with real estate, you have to be true to your word in every aspect, as you're saying. So it's not just listening for data, but we deal with, like, we had a client who's 80 years old. Her husband unfortunately had a stroke, so Candace is pregnant. You know, we're destaging a house for her. She gave us 2 weeks to sell her house, because before she wasn't interested in selling a house till she found a house. All of a sudden she calls us in 5 days, hey, I found a house, you need to get this moving. And we're like sprinting. She's 9 months pregnant, and we're shifting all this stuff over with our team.
Jeez.
So we make it a white glove service for the clients, not to even feel like they're, because it's a burden sometimes, you know. Everyone has a different story. Some people want to sell a house for more money. But the main thing is just aligning what they want and truly making it an experience for them.
Yeah.
And that white glove
It's
experience.
just always just been about, like, how can we help you? Like, everything you guys are saying, right? Like, we just closed one on lots of property, and they had 2 horses, and I grew up riding horses. So it's like a side passion of mine. And those horses were born and raised on their property. And to know that they were going to have to get rid of them, and it was like literally breaking their heart, I was like, don't worry, I will help you find a place. And we did. I helped them vet through trainers. I had lots of people come out there and meet with them and ride them. And like, full circle, the one wasn't going to be good to be rideable again, and she needed to just retire with the mom. And we found an older lady who has like 40 acres who just wanted to give back and take care of horses, and they're out there retiring together now on her property. They've got a private lake. It's gorgeous.
Right.
Yeah, and so
Like,
a really
best
good trainer
outcome.
friend of mine, really good horse trainer, she's amazing. She came down, picked him up, helped him get rid of all of his horse stuff. We brought him there. She sends him videos, keeps in contact to this day. Like, it's just those little things that it just goes beyond a transaction, you know. It's about, seriously, how can we help you?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't look at them as a transaction, the business will just keep coming. I see these agents that are in the game 10, 20 years later, and they're still spending $10,000, $20,000 a month on buying leads and everything. And I'm thinking, what did you do wrong that 20 years later you're still
Right,
buying
you're still
leads?
needing
Like,
to do that. Yeah.
I'm 10 years in, and my phone rings, you know, and I'm getting the calls. And like you talk about, you guys going over and destaging and everything else. They're literally my competitor. Different brokerage, same marketplace. But I would have went over and helped him destage it if he called me. Aaron, I need help. I need your truck. What are you doing today? Like, I got 4 hours. You know, I could, like, I help everybody so much.
Absolutely.
You know, it doesn't matter.
No, I love that.
And because of that, like that, I think that goes. This is good for you, Eric. I know you're already real successful, but like, because of treating people like that in this industry, you know, he might be in a situation where he's got 8 offers. Like, bro, you know. Yeah,
let me talk to you about.
I'm a help.
I know I've got verified.
I'm not an
buyers,
adversary. I'm
exactly.
a asset. You know, we help each other. So behind the scenes, you help each other, and I think that doesn't get talked about enough.
And you can go to your client then and say, "Hey, I genuinely know this agent, and this deal's going to go
like
smooth."
If you're putting an offer with EXP, now that we've got each other's info, text me. Hey, Aaron, do you know this guy? Because I might. Hey, Leo,
vouch for him.
It's my homie. You know, help him out.
100%.
And then I owe you one.
And off market too. We did a lot with Aaron off market, like houses before they would
We're about to show
Get your
another one this
details.
week.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's collaboration. It's
Collaboration
all
is
about
key,
collaboration.
Yeah.
When you're in competition, you start to, oh my God, you look over, and then in fact you move out the lane, right? Like if you're looking at other one's lane, you literally could divert and crash, right? But if you're literally cohesively like, hey, let's collaborate, let's see what you're doing, and
we talk
genuinely
all the time.
we do, it's important.
And that's where the trust comes from.
I look at it. We're not competitors. We're coworkers, really. It's not like I knew an agent before that was hyper aggressive and adversarial, and he'd listen to Kobe and this and that, all this motivation stuff. I go, hey, the difference is Kobe's playing against that team.
Right.
Yeah.
We have to pass the ball back and forth.
Absolutely.
So I want Candace to like me when I pass the ball to her, because I wanted to get passed back later, you know, and that's how
the assists are just as important as the shots.
Let's all help each other.
And I think there's enough business to go around. Like, your clientele might not fit my, you know, personality and vice versa. So there's just so much that, you know, people have different values and they go to people for different things. Yeah. So I think collaboration is key. I mean, I think majority of the offers that I write nowadays, I know a lot of the agents on the other side, and that's what's the make or break for us. You know, we'll be going against multiple offers, but because I have some sort of relationship with this other agent, we just have the upper hand.
It's big difference.
Well, and it
It's a
protects
huge
the client too, then, because if you guys can get along on the back end and make the transition smooth, it's the client who's going through the stressful time in their life of having to sell or buy a home. So if you two as the agents can get along and be on each other's team, that's going to make the experience a lot better.
Yeah.
And as much as, I like making the top 500 this year, fortunate enough for the top 25, which was a big goal. So I was
Amazing.
really
Yeah.
stoked for that.
Congrats.
But there's so much that we do off market that
Right.
you don't even
Yeah.
know about. I don't report on the MLS,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I don't care. I care about my P&L.
Yeah,
at the end of the year.
Absolutely.
If I can do 10 with AJ and 10 with Eric off market, no one knows.
We are seeing that being more
even
popular,
better.
especially in the luxury market. People want discreet. They don't want the open
Yeah.
houses. They want it kind of like a private auction. Hey, I know these people want this art piece or this real estate asset. They want to make it feel like an experience there. So we're seeing that, right?
Oh,
Especially the
totally.
discreetness of that situation.
Yeah, or we have a lot of
yeah.
people that, some are unrealistic. I would only sell if I got X, Y. And you're
Right.
like, probably you're not moving.
Yeah.
But,
I've got 20 off markets. Yeah.
but yeah, we have a few right now that we talk to them and they're like, yeah, I would. I'm contemplating. This is what I want. I'm like, that's great.
We're
We
not
can
talking
bring
about
you
any of the
that.
clients
That's
looking
good.
at it right now. Yeah.
So, and then that's when we connect with our clients, or vice versa. Hey, we have a buyer. They want something and it's so niche, but they are really, really ready to go and motivated. And that's when we connect with our agents.
Yeah, that's why
it's
you
so
need
helpful.
the network to be able to have that conversation.
But this might be a plug for you, but you've done an excellent job because I don't know when we would have connected, right? But
Right.
now, and things like, with the vendors as
and
well.
I've seen
now,
Leo's
it's
name on
really
stuff before, but I don't think we'd ever
Right.
met.
No, we haven't met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I knew the name once I heard your last name too. I'm like, okay.
So
yeah,
it's important
as small
we
as Sacramento
collaborate.
is, it's still big, and
Yeah.
there's still regions. But you all have people that you might at some point have a buyer who wants to buy down in Elk Grove, and you're like, I don't know anybody in Elk Grove. Well, now you do.
No, you do.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
real producers.
Yeah.
That's the. So I had a question for you, and it might. I'm not trying to turn the conversation, but I'm literally personally curious from somebody who you've probably done this industry the longest out of everybody in the room, been here as a networker. So for me, networking, I've still done it few enough years that it really just comes naturally, all the people that you meet, and I'm energized by people. So I kind of can store enough in my brain that I just remember how I know everybody. And that's how you were talking about in the barbershop and whatnot. But what kind of systems, when you do it for 20 plus
Right.
years,
Well,
like
33 actually.
yeah.
It's been a long time.
How do
Long
you,
time.
how do you keep track?
Well, it's funny. I know Aaron mentioned they come into the barbershop and you get to remember their names. You got to have some association to remember people. Mm-hmm. As a bartender, I might not remember their name, but I remembered what they drank.
Okay.
And so they would come in and I look around and I look at key features on people and I try to remember. And if I can't remember somebody's name, I'll just go up, hey, Leo, I know we met before, and I'll just be honest with them.
Yeah.
I met you a
I
couple
know
of
we
years
met.
ago.
I know you love old fashions, but what was your name?
Exactly. Yeah.
Candace knows their dog's name.
Yeah,
You mentioned that.
I don't remember any.
And when I got into the loan business, I started as a mortgage originator for a few years, and then I went into the wholesale side of things. Mm-hmm. So as a wholesale rep, I would travel all through, from like Modesto all the way to Reno and cover and call on mortgage brokers and then help them close transactions. Mm-hmm. So I got to know thousands of loan officers, and I was the guy that just knew guidelines. I would pick up my phone. This was before the internet, so I would drive around with binders in my car, look up guidelines, help them structure deals. And, fast forward, I started this company about 6 years ago with a couple partners. And if I still originate, so I still do, I don't go out and solicit everybody, but I do loans with a few key partners. And if somebody comes to me and I can't do the loan, or there's a better product for them out there, I refer them over to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
And,
good. That's what Colenso does.
Yeah.
Most loan
insurance.
officers
Absolutely.
won't do that. They got that deal and they want to work it the best they can, which is great, and I understand that. But it might not be the best for the client.
Right.
Yeah.
So Empire,
And-
you guys are private mortgage brokers then,
We're
right?
brokers, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we work with about 50 different lenders. So we have all the products. But if, for example, a high net worth person comes to me and they want to get a jumbo loan,
Wells Fargo.
well, it depends on where they bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Golden
know.
One right now, credit unions crushing it.
Yes, credit unions got good
Yeah.
pricing. They could have a portfolio over at Edward Jones, and they might have a private money guy that's going to give them be better.
Yeah.
So it just depends. And you got your 500 credit score person. We can do those as well, but we might have another lender out there that might be better for them.
And because
So-
you have the integrity to do that, you might get the referral from them for their
It
aunt.
always
the
comes
following
back.
month.
Yeah, it
Always.
always comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that. If you come from abundance, it's just always going to flow.
Right.
And
Yeah.
just do what's right for the people. And back to the networking. I've been to so many networking events, and you got to work the room. You got to meet people. I would used to go when I was younger. I'd have 25 cards in my pocket, and I'm going to meet 25 people and hand them out. And, you know, I do a lot of public speaking, so people recognize me for that.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to get out. And your events are great.
Oh.
The one that you just recently did was absolutely amazing. And we've actually brought some of the speakers on to do an event for our company.
Oh, awesome.
So we
I
love
love
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Speaking of events, so we just had our roundtable in January. We've got our Toast to the Top coming up in March. So that's going to be really fun. That's our first event of the year with the new Top 500 list. So those emails just went out this week. Congratulations to all of you guys for making it again. And I know, Aaron, you were saying it is true. There is so much that happens off market. So we did actually just this year allow agents to submit in their off market to adjust their rankings. But again, since we rank top 500 and you're all in comparison with each other, when everybody submits their off market, it typically keeps the numbers about the same because now everybody's just a little bit higher, higher tier. But yeah, I'm excited for our Toast to the Top event, the networking there.
Yeah, the MLS just now actually has a place for off markets, like as of a few months ago.
Yeah,
This
it's
last
like a
fall.
I
non-reported
haven't done
column.
any of
Yeah.
that either.
Starting to put that on
Will you
there.
be able to see that then?
We
if it
will
is in there?
starting next year. We'll be able to pull that column of non-reported, but we also are just allowing everybody,
just
as long as they
submitted
CC their
ours
broker.
It helps
Yeah.
with comps as well because sometimes
Right,
comps can
exactly.
change, right? With
Mm-hmm.
especially so I would recommend looking at that because comps help you.
Yeah, we have appraisers now reach out to me and be like, "Hey, I saw you did this off market. Tell me
Yeah.
about it." Or
I feel like the
so we are
appraisers are
using it.
reaching out at
Everyone,
everybody.
yeah.
Like, wanting me to do their job. Like, hey, figure it out, man. Well, yeah.
Oh man,
No, I'm not an appraiser. I don't know.
What else are you guys seeing at the beginning of 2026 as far as?
Oh, I think it's going to be busy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
More
busy.
buyer
This
movement.
has
I was
been
just going to
super
say
busy.
that. It's been busy. And
Yeah.
people are like more serious. In the fall, there was a lot of on the fencers. I feel like now people are kind of, we know what we want more.
I think
so.
the hesitations
But
were
we'll
off like
see.
we're not getting back to 3%. Let's just all face it,
Sure.
right? Let's just
Yeah.
if I need to make the move, I'm going to make the move this year. And also, it's just all about the media kind of perception, and sometimes that gets fatiguing. And they're just like, I'm done with this. I'm going to make the move. So
yeah,
Yeah.
right, which you said.
Needs to be the right price, though. I'll tell you that. People are not overpaying.
yeah,
And turnkey layout's been huge for us. I
Yeah.
mean, because obviously capital is a little bit more scarce than other economies beforehand, people are really indexing on, okay, multi-generational living. Am I going to be here long term? So a bedroom down has become like the biggest thing. Single levels are selling like hotcakes. So it's that type
Yeah.
of thing. And you've seen the new builds now. It's all single level with an annex.
Right.
So
I feel like ADUs or guest house
Oh,
comes up
yeah.
every
Every-
single
All
time.
the time. Or the
That's a
ability.
big thing.
AJ
Yeah.
Guest House Samrai, they're calling me that. So
Yeah, that's a big deal.
it is. But
That's awesome.
What other things are you seeing in the lending side? And
You know, I mean, everybody comes to the rates are obviously
Right.
what they come to mind with, and we're anticipating a rate drop, and we've been saying it forever. You know, the marry the house, date the rate thing. Those people are probably grateful that they bought, though, because with the appreciation rate from the last few years, they're still in a better spot. The interest rates, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. We're going to get a new Federal Reserve chair coming up here in a few months. We'll see if the rates start to trickle down. They are a little better than they were.
right.
We're seeing people that have these 3% rates actually considering selling their homes now because their families have increased and they need to do something because their current property just doesn't work for them anymore.
right.
And they don't have the gap to come up with the down payment to buy that bigger home and keep that as a rental.
Right.
So they're going to have to sell the home. So we're getting a lot more applications in terms of people being pre-qualified. So I think it's going to really start to heat up. We're just, we're hopeful we're going to see an influx of inventory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's an exciting time. It's an exciting beginning of the year. Ryan Lundquist gave
Yeah.
an update at the last January event, and that was the general tone is a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit
And we're
better.
just,
Yeah.
realistic
Inch by inch,
expectations,
yeah.
keep marking.
Yeah.
I also think if you just keep your head down and you stay in your lane and you do your job, you
Right.
don't get too distracted
Right.
by all of the noise,
Right.
you'll find that the people in your circle, there's enough, work to be done, and you just
1,000%.
keep driving.
Something we do is it's our own perception of how they're perceiving the market. If we're experts and we're seeing this every day, somebody goes, oh, the rates and this, and they kind of put fuel to the fire of the media attention that they're getting. So we speak with facts. You know, we're like a legal team in a way, obviously not advising on legal compliancy, but we're like, hey, we present with facts. These are the facts. These are the data. Actually, we're seeing this neighborhood has held value. You know, this is what's happening right now. And that way, the buyer's reassurance is coming from your own perception as a qualified agent. That's how we've been doing it, right? It's been a lot more, especially we're seeing more Bay Area folks coming back this way as well. And we've seen that uptick happen where more outside people outside of the local areas are moving back this way for second houses.
Yeah.
So
I think that's helped Sacramento in general. Is there's so much growth happening here. Like, did you guys see the guy that owns Snug and the Champagne? What is it, Beauchambeau, something like that? He just bought like 122 acres, like that whole downtown Sacramento area.
Yeah.
And he's gonna put a 12,000 square foot soccer stadium. He's gonna
Yes.
put
The rail yards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I didn't hear anything about
he's
that.
gonna
Yeah, I didn't
do
either.
new restaurants, new boutiques, and they're from the Bay, so it's gonna look very like boutique-ish,
Yeah.
like nice. So
It's
that whole
moving.
thing's
It's all
getting
moving
facelift.
up this way.
Yeah, and Elk Grove, you're selling in Elk Grove, right? Oh my God, like so many random new restaurants
Insane.
there now,
Yeah.
like
You got
tons
Whole
of
Foods
growth.
coming in, Yard House.
Yeah.
It's Elk Grove has grown a lot. I mean, traffic's horrendous now, but
Right.
Yeah.
it has gotten crazy. And
I had a
Yeah.
couple agents reach out to me, super excited about the development
Yeah.
happening in
Yeah.
Oak Grove. So
and
that's
a lot
exciting.
of Bay Area people are going there for the schools too. I mean, I know there's like private schools at like Fair Oaks and stuff like that, but Elk Grove has a really good public school district. A lot of the homes or a lot of the schools are rated, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. So a lot of migrants from the Bay Area are coming to Elk Grove for schools.
Yeah, it's booming down there.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, it's time for a little mini break. We're going to do a super fun, well, I think it's super fun if I toot my own horn. We're going to do a Fast Five. This is just a little game that we're playing on this podcast. The idea is I have not prepped you guys with these questions. Do not overthink them. I promise it's nothing scary or incriminating. But you have to just answer first thing to come to mind. We're going to go around and just do a little.
Are you sure
break
about
here.
this?
I'm sure. Okay. Yes. First thing that comes to mind, remembering that this is a family show.
yeah.
I'm just kidding. Okay. So I'm just going to start over here with Candace. We're going to whip through it, and then I will go to the second question back here. So just tell me what comes to mind. All right. First question, Candace.
Okay.
Beach or mountain vacation? I'll start with an easy
so
one.
hard. Beach.
That was hard?
Yeah.
Okay. They're going to get harder then. Beach vacation. What about you?
I'm a mountain guy now these days.
Okay.
Yeah, because the beach lugging all over there. I'm that dad with all the
Yeah. Well, with the babies,
Yeah.
it gets a little harder.
yeah mountain all day.
Mountain.
Yeah.
All right.
My answer would be mountain, but my wife prefers beach, so
Okay.
therefore I got to
Yeah.
say beach.
That's funny. All right. I'm beach for sure.
Mountain for me too.
Mountain for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to depend on the season.
Okay.
Look it, smarter and
I
old.
know, seriously.
He's qualified.
an
You had the most time to
snowmobiler,
think about
so
it.
if it's winter, it's definitely mountains, and if it's summer, it's the ocean.
Okay.
Beach.
Way to not answer the question, Leo. I'm just kidding.
You should be a politician.
Seriously,
I like
both
it.
and all, no enemies.
Love it.
All right, Candace, if you could have one superpower only, of like the standard superpowers, what superpower would you pick?
To fly.
To fly.
Yeah.
All right.
Strength, like I could lift crazy amount. That'd be
Lift
awesome.
crazy amounts.
Yeah.
Okay, like
Yeah.
the
like a
Hulk
car
or-
and stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a big. That
Yep.
might be a gym led, but yeah.
All right.
Well, because I was going to say fly, but she took it, so I didn't want to.
That's fine. That's fine.
Invisibility for sure.
Yes.
You'd be a billion. You would know everything. But you could be standing next to
Yeah.
Pelosi while she's trading.
You can just get on the app for that.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, I would freeze time. Did you guys ever see the show when we were little? The Evie Garland, she could like freeze time with her fingers. No, I'm too
No.
old. All right, well, I would freeze time.
Well, that was mine.
Oh
so,
no, sorry.
I guess.
You could take it.
Or time travel.
What would you do
like
with freezing
look
time?
into the future, maybe.
Okay,
But I don't know. That's like a double-edged sword almost. So.
that's true.
But yeah, I think freeze time's a good one. That
Okay.
was mine. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Aaron with the invisibility.
Invisibility. I love it. You creepers.
Yeah. Showering, just making sure no one's here, like chucking a towel
I
around.
wonder if my clients really like me.
Yeah,
They're
let's hear
listening
what
to
they.
talk about you at dinner. Like,
That's awesome.
Just cry. Just see like.
I don't know if I would want to know.
Yeah, I wouldn't want
That would be hard. Okay, go to road trip snack. Like, what's the must-have if you're taking a road trip? What snack are you getting from the gas station?
It's kind of a weird one because no one knew what they were until now, and now they finally sell them. But siete chips.
Yeah, she loves
They
siete.
didn't sell them in the
Oh, they're
gas
the ones that are
station
made with
until
like
now.
Cassava flour.
cassava
and all
flour.
that.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
Candace
good.
is like celiac, so she has the gluten-free
Yeah,
stuff.
I was on them forever ago, and then they started selling them
You
everywhere.
invented them, didn't you?
Oh no!
Like, I'm the
Okay.
first one. You were.
No.
Mine's good beef jerky, like a real nice one. Like
Okay,
high
what brands
quality.
are good?
What's that one with
Yeah, I'm
the
blanking.
farm,
I
the
know what
farmer
you're talking
one?
about.
To be honest, I just know the package is like blue and it's organic.
Blue.
That
Gotcha.
one, yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of bougie one. It's nice.
Good beef jerky.
Yeah, good.
It's like a
beef
pineapple
jerky.
flavored with like real pineapples.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's really good.
All right.
Beef jerky.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's
Look at you
protein,
guys.
I know what to get you when we
Yeah.
close
Okay.
next.
I will
like it.
slip for a Snickers
Yeah.
every now and then.
Oh,
though.
yeah,
there you go.
Snickers
Snickers
are
are
so
good.
good.
Yeah. Oh man, well I sound like the worst then. You're all like healthy chips and beef jerky and I'm over here like, well, I need suckers on road trips.
Oh,
Keeps me
okay.
awake. I just
Suckers.
want a long
Okay,
like
got it.
Tootsie Roll or Blow Pop or something
Nice,
because it just
okay.
keeps me the caramel apple pops.
I thought you were going to say 7-Eleven pizza. I was like, hang on, what's going on here? I was
No, I
like,
need something that
Yeah.
has the longevity for the road
yeah.
trip.
Mine's gonna be Garditos or Gardettos.
What?
Oh yeah,
no,
okay.
no,
more.
no.
They're like a Chex Mix almost.
Yeah.
They have like
A little spicy.
No, not spicy. It's like a brown packaging. There's like pretzels in it and like the little brown chips in it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty good. You got to try it next time.
I like it. Gorditos.
Yeah.
Plug for Gorditos.
Yeah.
I'm beef jerky as well.
What?
Love beef jerky.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
beef
guys.
jerky.
Make it myself.
It's so.
on my
Oh, you do?
smoker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
No, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
Yeah.
About 5
Jerky
years.
is great. That's a hard
Okay.
second. We always have jerky.
Making your own
Like
beef
Costco
jerky.
makes a really good
Cheesesteak
beef
beef
jerky.
jerky.
It's
Good one.
I believe it's filet.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's like $35 for a bag of it, but it's really good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, see, it kills me because I got 4 boys, and yes, they all want the beef jerky,
jerky,
the
yeah.
protein,
Oh,
the
you'll spend
gains,
$1,000
but
a
it's
month
so expensive. I
With
do
the
the
liquid deaths as
chopsticks.
well. Yeah.
Chops are good.
I
If
like
you have a
chopsticks.
smoker, just go to the grocery store, get a London broil, ask them to cut it thin for you. They'll pre-prep it, and then you just look up different marinades and smoke it
Okay.
in the
cool.
refrigerator.
They make
and
it
it's-
interesting.
So my husband will be calling you after this
great.
because I'm not gonna smoke
then you
meat.
just have, now you
But
just
I will
have a
have
huge
him do
bag
it.
for your kids, and it's it's
Yeah.
like $6 a pound.
My
Wow.
dad,
Really cool.
my dad
Wow.
used to do that growing up because he was a big hunter. So he would make all the like buffalo jerky and stuff like that. But
Yep.
we haven't really gotten into it.
I'm really hungry for beef jerky. Right
I know. I was like, this sounds delicious.
Afterwards, we'll all go out and
Yeah.
get packages. Okay, going back to a super easy one. Favorite holiday?
Probably the 4th of July because my birthday is the week before. And so we always kind of already check out and then do something fun the whole week.
Oh, that's fun.
And I'm like a birthday person. I know people are like not. I plan something.
Oh, she's a
Yeah.
birthday
Yeah.
month. Yeah, she's like, what are we doing this
I
month?
get it.
I'm like,
You're all,
yeah.
it's my birthday month.
like
Yeah,
literally,
totally.
like we've done horseback riding in Malibu, followed by wineries, like
Oh,
all
nice.
cool. And I spoiled your birthday was so fun this
Yeah.
year, though. Yeah,
I love
You
that.
was- You're a good planner.
yeah.
It's just hard because she's so good at like planning things, and I get so much. I sweat at her birthday. I'm like, we're going to this one. Do you like, giving options? But
Yeah.
you like, yeah, I like Halloween. Similar to me, I'm born October 28th, and I just like Halloween. I like the kids dressing up, and it's fun. Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
that's
I'm
cool.
a big Halloween person.
What were your girls this year for Halloween?
What she was a ladybug. The little one was meant to be. She was too little, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's a ladybug, and Kinsley was
A butterfly.
She was like a fairy.
She was a hybrid
unicorn, that's what it was.
unicorn, butterfly, fairy, something, but sparkly. It was so adorable.
Sparkly,
Yeah,
so cute.
But the year before, I was Maui and she was Moana. So I
That
had
was
the tattoos.
really cute.
I'll share the pictures. Pretty
It's
cute.
hilarious.
Yeah.
adorable.
He had the whole hook and wig and everything. It's
Oh my
perfect.
gosh.
Sorry.
Little girl's dream.
He's looking at me like, you put the wig on.
Oh, and year before that was really good. We were Monsters Inc. and
Yeah.
I was Mike Wazowski, and I had the full green outfit. We bought him like a massive soli, like a full soli suit.
Yeah.
He was so hot halfway through trick or treating, he had to go home and change.
Oh, I
Did-
bet.
Did you keep it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
did keep
still
it.
have it.
But like,
Yeah.
you know, like where you dress up and all the other adults didn't, so you're just sitting there. And
Literally,
you're
he
like,
was the only soli. Like
I was like really into it, and the guys were like, "Yeah, cool," with their
man.
Patagonias,
Yeah.
yeah, and their coolers. I was like, "I really am odd here, aren't I?"
Oh, girl dad,
Yeah,
get used to
exactly.
it.
It was
You
so
gotta
cute.
go with
Kinsley
it.
was Boo, like the pigtails and everything. So
Right,
it looked
that's so
perfect.
cute.
Yeah.
Cute. All right.
4th of July for sure.
4th of July.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
see,
Okay.
same, yeah.
I'm a patriot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm all in.
Yeah, your photo shoot, we saw it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm Christmas, but just because now I have 2 kids out of the house, so I get them all back home at Christmas at least now because they're not married yet, and I just want to create all the magic. So
That's amazing.
Nice. Thanksgiving for me. I mean, I love good food, family from all over come, and everyone just having a good time. So I love Thanksgiving.
I love it.
Nice. I'm 4th of July as well.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Big 4th of July party.
Any particular
Well, it's
reason?
warm, it's
You
fun.
know,
Any
as a
traditions?
kid growing up in
Drinking,
Roseville,
grilling,
they would do a parade every year, and we got to be in the parade. And
Fun.
my dad was pretty rogue, and they'd go to Mexico and get illegal fireworks and shoot them off in our yard. And
Nice.
so I just have a lot of really fond memories of that. And
Yeah. Well, back then, Roseville, you had space to shoot off fireworks.
Douglas was 2 lanes.
Yeah, can't do that now
so
in
it's
Roseville.
a little different. But yeah, just the camaraderie around, the patriotism for
Yeah,
our country.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, last one. Had to do it because of the issue, but what's your next tattoo and where? And Leo, you have to answer too.
Okay.
If I ever got anything else, it would probably be something that links me to my girls. And they both have a K name. So maybe we've talked about doing something around that. But yeah.
Yeah, similar girls' names. That would be my last tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
you're
them-
tapping
I'm
out.
done. I'm
Okay.
done. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it does hurt the older you get.
Yeah.
Really?
I used to really look forward to it. Now I'm
Yeah.
like, well, especially when you get big pieces, you're 3-4 hours at a
Yeah.
time.
That's so much time.
But yeah, I'm getting more, and it's probably going to be the worst pain because I'm going to do both of my rib cages. So
Oh,
Oh.
that's sensitive.
I'm doing.
You're going to wait till you've healed your ribs? Because you just
Yeah.
told me you have broken ribs right now.
Yeah,
oh, you've broken ribs.
yeah.
Wow.
We rode dirt bikes through Baja, Mexico a couple weeks ago, and I crashed the first day, about 70 miles into a 140-day mile. And we're not on trails; we're like in the mountains, creating in the middle of nowhere. So
Oh, dude, how'd you get back?
I rode.
Yeah.
Broken ribs,
no-
Candace.
Broken ribs.
There's no
my
timeout out
Lord.
there. You're in the middle of nowhere.
You can't do anything. They just heal on their own,
Yeah,
right? You
there's
can't
nothing
touch
you can
them, right?
Oh, that's painful.
So what are you going to
yikes.
do on the
A
ribs?
Jesus portrait.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome. How many hours does something like that take?
I'd say that one's probably going to be 10.
Yeah.
All in one shot, or you come back
No.
multiple days?
Yeah, I don't know if your body will take it.
Probably like 6 you
I've
tap
seen
out.
people go into
6 I
shock.
tap
I've seen
out.
people
Yeah.
pass out in tattoo shots. So
Jeez.
it'll probably be 3 sittings.
Yeah.
Tattoo artist doesn't want to work that long either.
Yeah.
I think you've done nearly 6. Remember I brought you food.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
Oh,
pass
wow.
out.
Yeah.
Haribo's are great for that. Like the sugar kick, like, the suckers, that would be
yeah.
good
Like
for
the
that.
bit of
Yeah.
honeys.
Oh,
Yeah.
You have those?
Yeah.
Man,
No,
this
what's
is
that?
like a
Bit
whole
of honey?
science, Leo. We're going to have to learn.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do
Have them in
6
our
hours.
pockets. Yeah, normally I have some.
And the recovery is a whole thing too. Like there's times where he's wanted one and then thought about what that looks like. And if we were planning trips or something, he's like, I can't do it. I can't wrap it. I can't keep it out of
You gotta
sun. I
keep it.
can't. Yeah.
Try to only do it in the winter now.
Yeah. The older you get, the more sensible you get around it. Like, you know your
Sure.
plans and stuff. Like, when you're like, oh, cool. Like, let's get it done. Now you're like, when's Christmas? When am I going to be healed up? You know? Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Man, it's a whole science.
It's a whole planning science thing.
I
Yeah.
have no idea. My 19-year-old came home from Mexico with a tattoo that I don't think he put a lot of pre-thought into, but he put it right here. And I actually was a fan of it once he came home because he has the phrase, "This is where they all stop." So it's like
cool.
he's
Yeah.
one that's like entrepreneur. He's doing buying and selling e-commerce businesses right now. He didn't go to
Nice.
college.
Yeah.
And that was him and his business buddies
Yeah.
motto. But yeah, I don't know. I've thought for a long, long time, but I'm kind of, decisions are really hard for me. I take an hour to choose my ice cream flavor. I have to test them all to see what I'm in the
I'd say
mood
if you
for.
have to work at it or think about it, don't do it.
Yeah, so I've
seriously.
thought about the same one for a long time on my wrist that just is a Bible verse that says, "Hope displaced makes a heart sick." So
That's
anyway,
cute.
that's my thought, but we'll see.
They're really good at doing thin line now.
Yeah,
So
like
you
it almost
Yeah.
looks like the
Yeah,
heartbeat or something.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
So
what
it
I
gets
thought.
me very nonchalant.
Yeah. But got to be able to cover it with a sleeve. So,
Yeah,
all right.
for me, I think I'm tapped.
You're tapped out.
Yeah, I talked a little bit about it in the article, but like if I were to go back, I think I'd have no tattoos. I just kind of prefer my bare skin at this
Mm-hmm.
one point in my life.
Probably he goes to a really good spot. He's probably got 10 grand in tattoos.
Yeah, a little bit more probably. Yeah,
So
Yeah,
they're
girl,
so
you have one
expensive.
on your calf,
it
like
goes
all
all
of your
the way
leg
up my
too.
thigh. I
Yeah.
don't know if the camera sees
It's so
it or-
cool though.
All right,
that's
well then let's
awesome.
go backwards. If you could remove all but one,
All
Which
but
one
one
would
would
you
be I'd keep the death date of my aunt.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's pretty much the one that raised me and my two siblings. My parents immigrated here, early 1990s, and we were working the whole time. So, they worked full time, and my aunt basically raised us while
Yeah.
my parents were working. So that has like a special meaning to me. Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I love that.
Yeah, I've never really given
Even
a lot
thought
of
about
thought.
it.
I mean, if I'm going to do it, it's going to have to be something personal. It's going to have meaning behind it. The only thing I could think of right now off the top of my head would have something to do with my granddaughter. Because she's only been here with us for a couple of months.
Yeah.
So maybe something around her name or something around that. Maybe if my other son has some kids, and then we'll look at maybe doing something. I don't know, though.
Grandpa with the tats.
Grandpa with the
Yeah.
tats,
I
yeah.
like it.
Don't even know where I'd do it.
I always wish I wasn't into tattoos and cars.
Yeah.
You know, some people are just happy driving an
Yeah.
85 Honda Accord.
Yeah.
If I wasn't into tattoos and cars, I'd have a lot of money.
A lot more money.
I've blown a lot of money on that
Yeah.
type of stuff.
But it probably makes you work harder.
I wish I didn't like it. Yeah, it does.
Probably makes, that's what I mean. You have to have advice. I always say someone needs advice in a different area. Advice probably isn't the right word, but some passion towards something. Otherwise,
Yep.
what are you
What are
working
you doing it
for?
for? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's important to have that.
Yeah, I would love to know as we kind of wrap up this issue, what's your vice right now? What's saving your life? What's like the thing that drives you, that you get up in the morning for, that you enjoy doing this job for, that you're working towards? Just kick me off with something that is getting you up in the morning.
This is cliche. Mine's competition with my last year. Every
Okay.
year, just myself every year. Where was I last year? And literally just progressing inch by inch. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, a little bit better every day. What about you,
Yeah.
Candace?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, kids are a huge motivating factor.
For sure.
You know what I mean? You want to be able to provide for them and to have a certain lifestyle. And when you first said what saves your life, my mind was like my nanny.
My name. There you go. That's great. That's great.
And we hug her leg when she
Yeah,
leaves us. We're like,
literally.
okay, you have a great day. We'll see you soon, okay? You're here tomorrow, 7 a.m.,
Right.
right? Like, by the door like
Yeah,
Christmas.
literally, I could not do life without her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the same too, though. Like, just we're both very goal oriented people. So we have our personal goals, our goals as a family, our goals with our business. And then we kind of every year talk about that and where we were last year and how can we kind of improve on that.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's good.
I think for me, I feel like I owe it to God and my family to reach my full potential, whatever that is.
Yeah.
So I'm just always trying to do more. It's not all necessarily about money, but if we look back 1,000 years, like the job as a man was to keep enough meat in the cave to feed the family, and money is just the new
Currency.
cave
Right.
currency. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
So my job's to do as much of that as I can while I'm here.
I love
And
that.
help everyone around me along the way. Like I always say, I want to create millionaires. Like Brandon Butler, joined me when he was 19. Boom.
Yeah.
I want to make millionaires of anybody associated with me.
I love that.
So I feel like
That's great.
it's easy to stay on track when you're just trying to help everyone win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, for me, I think it's just family, making sure my family's taken care of. My girlfriend, I think we want to, get married, start a family in the future too. So just kind of planning for that and just making sure financially we're good, we're set, and able to just kind of do whatever we want and not have to worry too much about finances. So that would be my vice, is just to make sure we're all set.
I love that.
With me, when I was younger, I was not that I'm not money driven today, but
Sure.
I was very goal driven in terms of I got to be at the top, be number one. And for years, I was at the top of my field for what I did. And over the last 5 or 6 years, I think I've kind of transitioned more into being around people that bring me joy versus making more money. And you talk about, I think about snowmobiling every day because you talk about, I ride motorcycles, anything that goes fast, it gives me the adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
And we don't have a lot of snow here, so I'm going to Park City, Utah in a couple of weeks to snowmobile there.
Okay.
But yeah, I really I try to surround myself around people that have better energy, and that's one of the things that I've learned over my years is I get to read people really well, And if they have a bad energy around them, they're not part of my circle.
Yeah.
That's how I am
Love
too.
that.
I
I
cut
love
people
that.
off so quick. You got to learn that, Eric. I wish I would
it's
have
a
learned
learned
that
thing.
younger, man. I cut them off.
And that's one of the things.
Shady or bad energy.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
One of the things that I learned throughout my career was, there's so much emotion in a transaction, and people, they have highs and lows, and I have hundreds of loan officers, and they come to me with problems, and like, you got to disconnect the emotion from the problem, and you got to just solve the problem. Because if you get all high and low with them, that's where your client's going to go there.
Right.
So it's that I was, I would have sleepless nights when I was younger, and now I'm just like, okay, we're just going to solve the problem. And,
Or not.
Or not.
It might not be solvable,
or
and you
not.
got to be
Yeah.
content. I learned this at the prison because I was in a very high stress, violent environment. It was level 4 prison. And I tell my agents this too. In every situation, you have the choice of being the thermometer or the thermostat. And it's our job to be the thermostat.
Yeah.
To calm it down,
Yep.
So I think that's a good thing to keep in the back of your mind.
That is one thing that we've worked on, you've learned a lot from me probably, is there's always a solution to everything. It's to take a step back, calm it down, figure out about what the best next step is. And I tell them all the time, your clients are going to be emotionally charged and emotionally driven. So when you go to speak to them, you can't come with that same energy.
Yep.
Because then it's going to wow them up. But two, how are you going to find the solution if you're amping on, and they might not even be correct, or maybe they are, but
Yeah. I think
you
you're
just
great.
can't-
That's where we really speak to facts. You present it like a lawyer. You investigate like a journalist, and you present like a lawyer. That's the biggest combination.
Yeah.
I've done all my due diligence. I've done the investigation for you, or a private detective, but I'm going to present it, and I'm going to stick to the facts. So even if they're getting irate and getting very emotionally charged, you're just sticking to the facts. Hey, let's draw this
100%.
back. Let's stick to what we know. Let's go through. And we've saved so many deals.
I
from
think
that.
I'm very good at doing that, almost too much, because
Yeah.
I really put my seller hat on. I really put my buyer hat on.
Please be humble.
I
but-
try. No, I was gonna say, this is where I was going with that. We did a dual agency, which I don't love doing
Yeah,
dual,
it's
but when
tough.
we do, I was in the same transaction accused of being more for the seller and more for the buyer. I'm like,
Yeah.
if both you guys hate me, we're doing good.
we laugh
We
at
joke
dinner.
about it,
we're
you
like,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
totally.
Joking with them, but and it worked. It worked perfectly for both sides.
Yeah.
But
So I'm gonna tell you guys to save this soundbite, and in how many years? I'm trying to do the math. 13, 14 years,
Right.
you're going to use this in parenting your 2 daughters. Don't join their emotions. Stay neutral. Present the facts. Don't get on the roller coaster with them, because they're going to try to buckle you into that roller coaster with all of their emotions.
dude, we're in for
You're going to
it.
stay back. So that's going to be, you're
We're
going to
in
have given
for it.
yourself your best parenting
Our
advice
3-year-old already
ever.
says, "But did you see me?" I was like,
Oh,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
she knows it. That's funny. That's
Yeah,
smart.
she's very smart.
I love it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good business and good parenting that advice that
It comes into life,
overlaps.
doesn't it? Yeah, you're just like, wow. And that's what I love
Yeah.
about this business, particularly because you're meeting different people, and then what makes someone successful is different to how you see success, but you can perceive that and take it into your own life, and you're progressing. That's why I'm saying I'm in competition myself, because every day you're just learning, you're falling forward and
Yeah.
etc. Right? So
Absolutely.
it's an interesting business for sure.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for spending your morning here
Thank you, yeah.
doing this and talking to each other and talking to me. Thank you, everybody who was listening. I really love this opportunity to just bring people together and talk about what really makes you tick. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being in the magazine as well. And we will see you all next month for another episode of Beyond the Pages.